ceremony today to commemorate the time-honored tradition of gathering in a way only Muscogees do. I'd like to call for the lighting of the fire, Kevin Mack. Kevin Mack of Fish Pond Grounds. We announce Kylan Mack with the call. Now introduce the Muscogee Nation Color Guard, Honor Guard.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
I'd like to welcome up Principal Chief Floyd to come and talk about the reason for our ceremony today and the reason for gathering.
At least 180 years now we've had this site here that's been protected for us. That stands as a symbol of our resiliency and our strength. I especially want to thank the Locv Pokv that are here today for all that they do in service to us. And as the tree in this site represents, it will serve us. You know, they serve throughout their lives, and that's passed on to succeeding generations to these folks here that have dedicated their life to service for us in carrying on our traditions and our beliefs. This day has been set aside for us to just reflect, enjoy, to just be able to renew friendships and just have fun. And so I hope that that spirit stays with you all day today.
I'd like to pass the microphone to our royalty, Luisa Maya Harjo, on the history of Locv Pokv.
The Locv Pokv's surviving forced removal from their home in Alabama arrived in 1836 and proclaimed this site their new home. The common translation for Locv Pokv is Turtle Meeting Place. It is a daughter of Tvlvhasse, Old Tulsa, and the sister town of Tvlvhasse, Jenna, Hudgy, translated Tulsa Cedar Creek, also known as New Tulsa. It is a descendant of Kusa and related to Ojibwa Hickory Ground, Ofuskie, and Twlvhasse. An influx of settlers and urban development forced Locv Pokv to look for a new home. Unable to find a suitable site, and tribal town eventually became inactive, and the people took the embers of their fire and put them with the fire of their sister town, New Tulsa. 44 tribal towns consisted of more than 23,000 Muscogee resettled in Indian Territory, and today 16 remain active. Alabama, Arbica, Duck Creek, Fish Pond, Greenleaf, Hickory Ground, Lubby, Kellyville, Polecat, New Tulsa, New Yorka, Locv, Peach Ground, Sand Creek, Iron Post, Tvlvhasse, Cromwell, Tallahassee, Muscogee, and Muscogee, Muddy Waters. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Nina Tvlvhasse with the history of the Council Oak.
The tree designated the new home of the Locv Pokv, which they called Tvlvhasse, or Old Town.
Some of the history of this space is not only limited to this tree, but it's the act of gathering. Just the way that we're gathered here and we understand the importance of each other. We gather alongside this tree. This tree is special, but it's the people who gather that give it gravity. Because when we show up and we remember each other, remember why and how we're related, and the journeys our people have come to make, and it's difficult, it's long. We also look forward to the future while we regard the past. So I wanted to point out the sculpture by Dan Brooks across the street, and it's fire. And fire is a revered element of our Muscogee people, and it's the sacred fire. And fire is built on logs pointing in the 4 cardinal directions, with the earliest Muscogee teachings that instruct that our sacred fires will burn eternally, and if extinguished, the Muscogee people will perish. But we're still here. And the sacred fires are integral to the religious, political, and social systems long before the first European contact. And upon removal, the tribal towns brought with them the ashes of their ceremonial fires to be rekindled here. And here's where we gather, and across Creek Country. Each year at this Council Oak, we celebrate the historic meeting to reestablish tribal government. And we thank those who have offered their service to the tribe ceremonially and in government and in service. We take this time to remember the struggles and celebrate the successes of our nation. We honor these tribal towns and all of our tribal towns and our Muscogee men and women who perpetuate the traditional ways and keep these ceremonial fires burning. So today we gather to honor those past and present that preserve, protect, and live Muscogee traditions, cultures, and lifeways.
Again, I just would like to recognize Kenneth Johnson, and if you could give him a round of applause for coming from New Mexico to be our MC today. I think we have some others from New Mexico and from other states, and just want to welcome you here and welcome home, and hope that, it's our prayer that we continue to be able to utilize this space that is here for us, as Kenneth mentioned, a place we can go for reflection, inspiration, to help guide us in the decisions that we make. I also want to welcome any of those who may be associated with the Tulsa Public Schools and the Council Oak Elementary School, which was recently renamed from Lee Elementary to Council Oak in honor and respect for this location. It's our intention as the tribe to have an ongoing relationship with them that has already started with discussions with the administration of the school. Our cultural preservation staff will be going in and also teaching them not only about Creek history, but the history here and the allotment of lands, because I think it's 2 allotments away is where that school sits. And we hope that that opens up a world of thought for them about us as Muscogee people, that they recognize and they understand and they respect us for the endurance that we've had over the years at this location, the prosperity that we've enjoyed, and the that becomes part of their education as well. It makes this a better community, makes this area more protected, that they will join us in making sure that nothing happens to this property, that we can always have access to that. So a big mado to each one of you from the school district.
So it's a good day to gather. We appreciate the sunshine, and you guys, I know that there's so many stories here that you could share. Like I said, I bring my little cousins here, my not so little cousins. When it's time to make decisions, think about your elders that came here, and they talked and they cussed and discussed, and they prayed and they sang. And so as you come here, maybe throughout the year, or maybe today's your only day to be here. So it's the act of gathering. You recognize your ancestors. You look forward, take care of your own path as you go into the future, because later on you'll be someone's ancestor. I'd like to call up Daryl Proctor to dismiss us.
Please dismiss us with your love and your grace. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
It was a people of Locv Pokv who settled here. They brought all they had left from the journey, and ashes from their ceremonial fires in Alabama to say, now this is our home. They call the place Tvlvhasse. Today it's called Tulsa. And today the Muscogee Creek Nation is still here, providing services for our citizens and our community. This is our home, and it's about the people. The Muscogee Creek Nation, honoring the past, embracing the future.